Okay, so we were talking about adjusting our reins. Okay, and so we were just watching one of our riders have a little bit of trouble where her reins were maybe longer like this, and she was trying to work an obstacle laterally, and her horse wasn't moving off of her leg very well, and by the time she's kind of creeping her fingers like this on her reins to make an adjustment, by the time she's done that, her horse has already kind of gone forward and plowed through the obstacle. So she was riding with closed reins. I have split reins, so I'm going to just kind of pretend like these are closed reins. If I'm like, oh darn, my reins are too long, if you're creeping your fingers and your reins are really long, your horse is already going to be out of that area if they were trying to move forward. So if you bring your hand over like this, use the bite of the reins, you can shorten. See how I can shorten my reins? You want to be able to make your rein adjustment without affecting your horse. So with split reins like this, if I was riding two-handed, I might kind of drop that end to make my adjustment. I recommend before you start your pattern, adjust your reins so that when your fingers are relaxed and your elbows, you can kind of set your hands down and relax everything and have your horse a little bit off the contact. And then when you need to contact your reins, as you start to close your reins and bring your elbows towards your side, you might have, your reins adjusted to where you've got light contact. Okay. Check with what you're showing in to know whether it's okay to ride your horse one or two-handed. Okay, so if I have to ride two-handed, I probably am not holding my reins correctly right now. But again, to make a quick adjustment, don't creep your fingers down your reins. Bring your hands together and slide your fingers down your reins. Okay, and then practice working your trail obstacles if you're two-handed. Practice having your reins adjusted. You don't have to have them tight just to have a soft contact. You can have release by just relaxing your fingers, and you can have a little bit of communication by simply putting your fingers over your reins and bringing your legs up against your horse's body and then bending your elbows or taking your hands further apart. Okay?